Wonderful. So as I mentioned, starting standing at the top of your mat, finding a nice mountain pose. Taking a peek down at your feet, make sure that you've got about hip width distance, so maybe 1 foot width distance between the inner arches of your feet. Rock back and forth, make sure that you can really center the weight of all the parts of the soles of your feet, the inner edges, the outer edges. If you're feeling wild and crazy today, maybe pick up your toes, spread them wide, and then one at a time, place them back down on the mat. And then start to draw your attention upward. Engage through your calves, engage through your quadriceps. Think about drawing your kneecaps up the knees, engage through the glutes here. And as you engage through the glutes, think about tucking your tailbone ever so slightly down so that the lower core begins to fire subtly. Roll your shoulders back. Softly pinch the shoulder blades together here as your palms face forward. Take a big breath in, shrug your shoulders up to your ears. And exhale, let them drop nice and heavy back down. Twice more. Inhale, roll them up. Exhale, back down. One more time. Inhale, shrug your shoulders up. And this time as you exhale, soften everything. Let the quads, the glutes, the abdomen, the calves, let everything soften and close your eyes. Slowing down the pace of the day. Finding just a moment of gratitude for the perfectly timed lawnmower that just started right outside my window. Also finding a little bit of gratitude for yourself, for setting some time aside, for showing up. When you're ready, blink your eyes open. Take a nice big breath in. Reach your fingers out and up nice and slowly. Feel the chest muscles stretch, feel your arms stretch. Look up, reach up even higher. And then exhale, bend your knees a lot, forward fold. Next, inhale, rise up halfway. And as you exhale, grab a hold of either your lower calf or your ankle on the left side. So left hand to left ankle, right hand to your right hip. Bend deeply into your left knee. Shift your hips a little bit more to the right side. See if you can find some lateral hamstring, maybe some IT band tension happening. Right hand can stay on your right hip, or maybe, just maybe, you can start to pivot your chest to the right. Let your right fingers slide up into space. Now here, gravity can do a little bit of neck work for you. Let your left ear drop towards your left shoulder. And then draw your chin into your chest. Good, bringing that neck back to relatively neutral. We'll switch sides. Right hand comes down towards your right ankle. Bending deeply into your right knee. Keep your hands as they are. Shift your hips a little bit more to the left. Bring the left hand to left hip. Nice, feel free to stay here if this is where the money is happening, or maybe begin to rotate your chest to the left. Send your left fingers straight up into space. Next, exhale, release that left hand down. Nice breath in, lift up halfway. And then exhale, bend your knees, release your fingertips to the floor. Step your right foot quite far back for a low lunge. So let your right knee drop. It's up to you whether or not those toes tuck or untuck. Think about really, really asking a lot of the hips here. So send them forward and down. Let your chest lift by maybe rising up to your fingertips. If you're feeling super crazy today, hands can always come to the always romantic proposal pose. So hands resting on the top of your left thigh as you really engage through the glutes to allow the hips to drop. Next, exhale, fingers release to frame your left foot. Tuck your right toes, but keep your right knee grounded. Half splits as you walk your hips back. Think about pointing your left toes straight up towards the ceiling as you shift your hips back. No expectation on how far you fold here. This is quite literally just undoing a lot of the sitting that's been happening. Nice. Now shift yourself forward. Keep your left foot as it is. Draw your right toes off the left edge of your mat. So you're coming up into this very cute little Captain Morgan situation. Remember this, we'll come to it again later, but for now, pivot your left heel so that it's parallel to the short edge of your mat and extend that leg nice and long. Good, bring your arms to a T, reach through your right fingers, plant your right hand at the back of your mat. Great big side body stretch. Left fingers reach past the crown of your head. Now peek down at your right hand. Left hand comes down next to your right hand. Tabletop pose. Good, now don't worry if you can see or not see, it's not that critical. Big breath in, drop your belly, roll your shoulders back for cow pose. And exhale, round up and over for cat. Twice more, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Last one, inhale, really think about sending your chest forward. And exhale, chin into your chest. Coming back to your neutral tabletop, lower all the way down to your belly. Now when we focus on the core, we want to make sure that it's in 360 degrees. So as you're resting on your belly here, notice if already your low back is getting pissed. Tuck your tailbone under. Think about pressing your pubic bone into the floor. Bring your fingertips to hover just behind your ears. Very, very cute. And as you inhale, pick up your chin, your chest, your elbows. Exhale, tap your chin to the floor. Re-engage through your low core. Press your pubic bone into the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Feet stay connected to the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. You can pause here or take 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands back to the mat. Tuck your toes. Press up, tabletop. Nice. Just one round cat-cow. Breathe in. Breathe out. Starting to reset. As you find your tabletop, extend your right leg straight back behind you. Rise up to your fingertips, and as you exhale, hug that right knee in. Maybe it goes a little bit wide here. We want to bring that right foot between the thumbs. Very good. Similar to what we did on that first side, you're going to send your left toes off the right edge of your mat, the edge of the mat behind you, and come back up into that little Captain Morgan situation. Lovely. You just did this. Bring your fingertips to hover behind your earlobes. Make sure you've got some cushion under that left knee if it's bothering you. Now squeeze the crap out of your right butt cheek. The more you engage your right glutes, the more open that right hip is gonna be for you. So use that external rotator. And as you breathe in, think about sending your spine parallel to your right thigh. That's hilarious. And exhale, bring it back up through center. You're welcome. Inhale, lower left. Exhale, bring it back up. Inhale, lower left. We inhale on the lower because you go slow. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. Exhale up and pause. Bring your arms to a T. Plant your left hand right back at the top of your mat without pivoting your right foot. Start to slide that right leg long. Press into your right heel so your toes dial up towards the ceiling and reach your right fingers past the crown of your head. All you're doing now is pointing through your right toes. Woof. When you're ready, look down at your left hand. Plant your right hand next to your left, downward facing dog. Now recognize where you feel heat, where you feel stability, where you feel instability. And then inhale, look forward at your thumbs. Start to walk your toes towards your wrists. Next breath in, rise up halfway. Exhale, fold all the way. Inhale, stand up tall, press into all 4 corners of your feet. Then staying tall, exhale, hands through heart center. Find mountain pose. Close your eyes. Breathe in slowly. And breathe out completely. Inhale, blink your eyes open, look up, reach up. And exhale, forward fold. Little different this time. Inhale, rise up halfway. This time as you exhale, bend deeply into your left knee. You can always take that option of wrapping your left hand around your left ankle, or if it's accessible, maybe send your left fingertips several inches in front of your left toes to tent on the floor. Right hand comes to your right hip. Roll your hips and your chest open to the right and send your right fingers up into space. You can stay here, or maybe, just maybe, you begin to reach those right fingers past the crown of your head. And exhale, forward fold, two long legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Right hand to either the right ankle or the floor several inches in front of your right toes. Bend deeply into your right knee. Left hand to left hip. Begin to rotate hips and chest open to the left. And left finger straight up in the air. Maybe you stay here, maybe you reach the left fingers past the crown of the head. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Step your left foot back for your low lunge. Drop your left knee. Maybe keep the left toes tucked or untucked. And then make some decisions here. You can stay down on your fingertips. You can bring your hands to your right thigh. Very, very much up to you as we're here for a few breaths. Next, exhale, release your fingers down to the floor. Re-tuck your left toes. Shift your hips back, half splits. This is an exercise of observing rather than forcing. And then familiarizing ourselves with that transition on this side, shift yourself forward. Send your left toes off the right edge of your mat. Pass through that little Captain Morgan stance just long enough to bring your arms to a T, lengthen your right leg, pinky toe parallel to the short edge of your mat. Breathe in to reach left, and breathe out, plant your left hand, big side stretch, right fingers overhead. Fill up your lungs. And exhale, plant right hand next to your left hand, tabletop pose. Big breath in. Big breath out. As you inhale, reach your left leg long. Exhale, hug it in, maybe step it wide. Get that left foot between your thumbs. Right toes slide off the the left edge of your mat. Come back up into that little side lunge situation. Good. Fingertips are gonna hover behind your ears. Engage like crazy through your left glutes. Open your left hip. And inhale, slowly lower right. Exhale through center. Are we feeling things? I'm gonna assume yes. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Last one, breathe in. Breathe out. Bring your arms to a T. Reach to the right, plant that right hand, slide your left leg long. Left toes straight up towards the ceiling as your left hand reaches up overhead. So there's a little element of balance here. Point through your left toes. We want that hip flexor to be facing up towards the ceiling. Next, exhale, left hand plants next to the right at the top of your mat, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths. Notice if those sensations have evened out, if that heat has intensified. And from your down dog, inhale, shift forward, high plank pose. Drop your knees, pick up your toes, shift your wrists a little bit more forward, And bending your elbows straight back, keeping a firm belly, lower all the way down. Good. Release your legs. Send your right arm out to a T for a little scorpion stretch. Bend your left knee. Roll onto your right side. Really searching to send those left toes off the right edge of your mat. Head can drop heavy towards the floor. Coming back through center, switching sides, 2 long legs. Left arm out to the left. Right hand under your right shoulder. Bend your right knee and roll to the left. And coming back through center, however you'd like to get there, bring yourself to a seat. Wonderful. So bringing this core focus more towards the front situation now. Send your legs long out in front of you and going against everything that every yoga teacher has ever told you about keeping a long spine. I invite you to think about rounding the shit out of your spinal column. Deal? Hands are gonna come to your thighs or your knees. Round yourself forward and then float your fingers forward. Now, no matter what, the feet will not lift off the floor, but they're gonna slide on the floor. They're gonna chase you. So take a big breath in, reach forward, and then exhale slowly, articulating through your entire spine, lower yourself all the way down. Once your head finds the floor, reach up overhead, very slowly breathe in, and exhale, reach up, reach forward, without momentum, engage through your belly, keep your feet on the floor, sit up, round over, reach forward. That's 1. We've got 6. Slowly lower. Reach up overhead, breathe in. Exhale. Slowly with control. Sit up. That's 2. Last 4 on your own, just moving or just saying screw you, Brittany, and turning your camera off. You could be eating Pop-Tarts instead right now. I've kind of lost count, so I'm gonna do 1 more. And the next time you lower down to your back, stay there. Take a full body stretch. And then bend your knees, bringing the soles of your feet to the floor. Nice, bringing your arms down by your sides. Flatten your low back against the mat by engaging your low belly. Nice, now bring one shin to parallel the floor, the opposite shin to parallel the floor, and notice how much harder it is to keep your low back flat. So for the next several moments, I want you to imagine that there is a check for, I don't know, like $50,000 or something very, very, very nice. That check is underneath the small of your back, and you have to keep it pinched to the floor. There's a strong wind coming, and it will blow that check away. Pinch it against the floor, arms down by your sides. Big breath in. As you exhale, tap your right heel to the floor, and inhale back up. Exhale left. Inhale. Exhale right. Inhale. Exhale left. Inhale. Exhale right. Inhale. Exhale left. Inhale. Check your low back. Exhale right. Inhale. Exhale left. Inhale. Last one. Exhale right. Inhale. Exhale left. Inhale. Whew. Exhale. Drop both feet down to the floor. Soles of the feet wide. Knees drop in together. Arms can come out to a T, a goalpost, or maybe up overhead. Constructive rest for a few moments. Breathe slowly. Breathe deeply. Bringing your feet to about hip width distance. Hug your right knee into your chest, and then use your hands to bring that right thigh a little wider than the outer edge of your rib cage. So you're kind of opening that hip as you're closing the knee. Keeping a tight grip on that right shin, begin to send your left leg long on the mat. And for just a few breaths here, maybe rock a little bit from side to side. Notice if it feels nicer to open your hip a bit wider. And taking this into a twist, use your left hand to send your right shin across the left side of your body. Right arm opens to a T. Gaze can stay up towards the ceiling or maybe drop towards your right shoulder. Inhale back through center. Rebend your left knee. Cross your right ankle over your left knee for a little figure four. Hands come back down by your sides. Once again, head and shoulders heavy on the mat as you bridge your hips up. Next, exhale, lower the hips down. Right foot returns to the floor. Hug your left knee into your chest, send it a little bit wider. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, slide your right leg straight on the floor. Moving that left hip around however you choose. Take a deep breath in. And on your next exhale, twist to the right. Right hand catches your left shin, draws that left thigh across the right side of the body as your left arm goes long. Decide if you'd like to keep your chin pointing up or add that cervical spine into the twist by dropping your chin towards your left shoulder. Everything comes back through center. Hug your right knee into your chest, hug your left knee into your chest, curl yourself into a tiny ball. Feel all of that power, that heat, that control in your center. And exhale, release everything long. Setting yourself up for just a short shavasana here. Using this time for exactly what it was intended for rest. Scanning your body. Not necessarily moving or coming back quite yet, but just noticing. There's so much to this practice of yoga. The most foundational element is awareness. The more we sense, the more we feel, the more we notice, the more opportunity we have to decide what stays and what needs to shift. Where do we need more space? And where is there plenty? So if you need more space today, if you need more time exactly as you are, Feel empowered to take that. If you know that the right choice for you is to start making your way back, bring your right palm to your belly, your left palm to your chest. Take a deep breath in, feel yourself lift up, and exhale, sink back in. Curl your fingers into fists, spread your palms wide. Curl your toes in, and spread them wide as well. Reach your fingers all the way up overhead, palms resting on the floor behind you. And as you bend your knees, choose your favorite side and roll that way. With as little effort as possible, begin to press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Bringing the palms to touch, thumbs to rest at the third eye, center of your forehead. In this gesture of outward gratitude, draw some of that thankfulness back in. All that exists within me sees and humbly bows to all that exists within you. Namaste. Thank you all so much for your very, very solid core exercises today and all your hip mobility. I'll chill for a few, so if you have questions, unmute yourself. I'd love to hear your beautiful voices. Otherwise, have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye, Chapin.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, Jessica. Oh, Jordan's gone. She gone. Are you still there, Jordan? Oh, maybe.